Hey guys, what's up? This is White Boy for the win, and welcome back to Why Mega Evolve. Now, earlier last week we talked about Mega Weezing, and today we're going to be talking about Mega Excadrill. But before we get started, let me just give you guys a brief explanation what this series is about. Now, every week we'll be picking two Pokemon that either need a Mega Evolution, deserve a Mega Evolution, or want a Mega Evolution 4. Now, this is based off my opinion alone, and no one else's. Now, if you guys do not like my opinion, then please post your opinions in the comment section down below about what would you keep, what would you change, and etc. And at the end of the video, we'll be telling you guys which Pokemon we're going to be talking about the following day. So with that said, here is Mega Excadrill. Now, I do have to apologize about not using a Mega Excadrill photo in this picture that you guys are seeing with the stats and stuff on it. I could not find a Mega Excadrill picture that would work with my photo editor to save my life, so I actually had to use a regular Excadrill photo for this video, so I do have to apologize about that. But anyways, I've been getting a lot of comments on my videos saying, hey, when are you gonna do Mega Excadrill? When are you gonna do Mega Excadrill? Hey, are you ever gonna do Mega Excadrill? No. I don't think I'm going to do Mega Excadrill. I'm just going to be talking about this ground steel mole Pokemon. It's certainly not Excadrill, but anyways, yes, finally you guys are seeing it. I'm finally doing Mega Excadrill. I actually had Mega Excadrill on a list that I had of Pokemon I wanted to talk about, but I kind of wanted to save it for a later date, but I guess that date is now. But regardless, as you can tell from what I've done to its stats, I did increase everything but decrease its special attack by 20. Now, the reason why I decreased its special attack from 50 to 30 is because I wanted 20 more extra points to distribute into its other stats. Because, like, after looking at its stats, its defenses are kind of piss poor, and I wanted a little bit of extra stats to pretty much just boost its defenses, or just pretty much have 20 extra points to distribute into its stats instead of just like 100 points to distribute. So you kind of already get the gist. I mean, I've been doing this pretty much for a lot of the Why Mega Evolve Pokemon I've been doing pretty much. So that's pretty much the reason why I decreased it from 20, just so then I can have 20 extra points to distribute. Now, for its physical attack, I did increase it from base 135 to base 165. Now, already Excadrill, it's just a powerhouse Pokemon. Even at base 135, this thing is just going to be doing massive amount of damage, because most of the time you will probably be running like Choice Scarf, Choice Band, Life Orb, Air Balloon, Focus Sash, Leftovers. Give or take the situation, or like what item you kind of don't have on your Excadrill, or what item what items you have on your team, and what item that you can put on Excadrill that can pretty much benefit it for the better. And already, like I was saying, this thing hit hard like a truck, so I wanted to increase it to base 165. That way it will have the same physical attack stat as Mega Gallade, and so I could just see this thing just doing massive amount of damage, just because at base 165 it's just going to be a powerhouse. I mean, powerhouse Pokemon to pretty much just what's the word I'm looking for? Like, do massive amount of damage, basically. I couldn't think of a word. So yeah, so 165, monstrous physical attack. Now, for its physical defense, I increased it from base 65 to base 91. Now, this is where the 20 extra points kind of came into place, because after actually doing its stats, I was thinking, like, you know what? I need a little bit more of, like, points to distribute into Excadrill's defenses. So I kind of just took 20 out of its special attack and kind of just split it in half for its physical defense, because Excadrill's HP is at base 110. That's fucking high. And with base 91 physical defense, if you want, you could run like a physical defensive variant of a Mega Excadrill. It can actually be doable, just because its physical defense is gonna, or I wouldn't say it's sky high, but it's actually like high enough to be a doable physical wall. Same thing for its special defense. I increased it from base 65 to base 96, and like I said before, its HP is above it is at 110, and that's just fucking high. So same thing for its physical defense, but if you guys want to like go with a special variant, then I guess you can. But I'm just letting you guys know that a special variant Excadrill can help out more than like a physical defensive variant, just because most of the time your opponent would probably just hit you with like a Scald, Hydro Pump, Surf, Flamethrower, Fire Blast, Overheat, so on and so forth. So it pretty much just depends on your personal preference of what you want, but I'm just saying that this thing can be a wall now since its defenses are above base 90. Now for its speed, I increased it from base 88 to base 116. Now the reason why I actually increased it to base 116 rather than to like base 115 is because then it will be able to outspeed pretty much a lot of like fast majority Pokemon, and especially with Pokemon at base 115 speed, Excadrill's speed will be 1 point higher. So if you do decide to run a Jolly Nature with max speed, it will be able to outspeed. So that was the one thing I really wanted to do for Excadrill, is just have a little bit more of a speed increase stat than the other like base 115 Pokemon and below. So that's what I was kind of aiming for. So there's its stats. Now as a regular Excadrill, its base stat is at 508, and with the Mega Evolution it's going to be at 608. Now honestly, I can tell you straight up, I actually thought Excadrill's base like stat was at least over 550, but I actually guessed wrong. But regardless, it's still going to be a monstrous Pokemon. Now for its ability, you can pick one of the two abilities I actually put down. Now at first I was just going to be giving it Mold Breaker, because Mold Breaker is a very good ability that works very well for Excadrill. Just because if you do decide to use like a Choice Scarf variant for Excadrill, you can't use Earthquake and pretty much just hit Levitate Pokemon. So then that way Pokemon like Weezing will actually gain its ground type weakness again. Same thing for Rotom, or all the Rotoms except for Rotom Fan, considering that Fan does resist ground. So other than that, it really does help out in the long run, and it will help out in VGC just because there's a lot of Levitate Pokemon, especially Rotom and Weezing, but you really don't see Weezing in VGC. But I'm just saying, like, if you ever use like a Mega Excadrill in singles with the Mold Breaker ability, then Earthquake is your best bet. Now I also went with the Sandstream ability as well instead of the Mold Breaker. Pretty much, like I said, it's based on your personal preference. Now the reason why I actually opted to give the Sandstorm or the Sandstream ability is because Excadrill as itself gets access to Sand Rush and Sand Force. So I was thinking, why not just give it Sandstream? I mean, that'll add another Pokemon that can use Weather like Tyranitar and Hippowdon. But the only thing is that you won't be able to activate like the Weather until you Mega Evolve, kind of like Mega Charizard Y. Mega Charizard Y has Drought, but regular Charizard only has Solar Panel, Solar Power, and Blaze. So that kind of helps you out in the long run, because if Mega Excadrill will be able to be like legal in VGC, and it does get the Sandstream ability, you could run like a Sand team. And if your opponent if your opponent is going to be running like another Weather team that isn't Sandstream, your opponent will be able to activate it first, and then you're going to Mega Evolve and activate the Sandstream next. So you're pretty much will be able to have like the Sandstream up for your first turn when it's Mega Evolve. So that's the one thing I really do like about Mega Excadrill, giving it Sandstream. Now for its typing, I just decided to leave it as Ground Steel. It's pretty much the best typing you can give a Mega Excadrill. I was actually thinking about opting out the ground type characteristics for a rock type characteristics, but then after looking at it, I just think that Ground and Steel is pretty much like the best typing for Excadrill after thinking about it. So I just decided to leave it alone. But with that, there's Mega Excadrill. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, and also don't forget to comment and subscribe. Now on Friday, I don't know if there's gonna be a Y Mega Evolve video Friday, but there might be one. Don't hold me against it if there isn't one on Friday, just because I didn't have an update video uploaded a couple days ago, and I said something about I'm gonna be busy all next week, which is pretty much this week. So until pretty much like Wednesday night, and I'm gonna be very tired Thursday, just because of what I'm gonna be doing Wednesday. So I don't know if there's gonna be a Y Mega Evolve video on Friday, because I will be very tired on Thursday to just record and stuff like that. So it's pretty much give or take. But the next Pokemon that we are going to be talking about is Mega Heatran. Yes, we're going to be talking about Mega Heatran. This is actually going to be technically the 4th legendary Pokemon that I'm actually going to be doing a Y Mega Evolve video for, because considering that we already done the legendary dogs for a Y Mega Evolve video, I decided to go with Heatran just because I've seen a lot of Heatrans in my comment section as well, just to do a Mega Heatran. So I will be doing a Mega Heatran. So on Friday, like I said, Mega Heatran. So I'm going to get out. So this is White Boy for the win. Like, comment, and subscribe. And on Friday, it's going to be Mega Heatran, and I'll catch you guys later.